Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once again, we are back. Big Willie Styles, DC1 Wise Man Cast in the building. Dynasty Sports Network. Did y'all miss us?
They had
What's
to.
going?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, fellas? Man, how y'all feeling on a Sunday?
Hey, man, blessed and beautiful, my boy. It's great to be here. It's great to be alive. It's a great day. I'm ready to talk some sports, my boy.
Man, aren't we all, man? DC, what's going on with you, bro?
Man, feeling good and blessed. You know, it's a beautiful, beautiful day, man. You know, let's get this let's get it started, man.
Let's get it going. Let's jump right into it. Listen, the training camp. Lions training camp, man, has been going on this past weekend, and today was officially open for the public. Of course, you know, Big Willie Styles is there, DC, but my guy Wise Man Kaz decided that he didn't want to answer the phone this morning, so he missed the opportunity to go up with
I was sleepy. I had needed some milk.
He needs some milk.
I needed some milk.
Understandably, because said it was a little bit of extra activity last night after the fight. But we're gonna get into that as well. But first off, let's get into this Lions training camp. Now was live. Me, of course, King, which he had to work tonight, so he's not gonna be in the show tonight. So shout out to King. And also the D313 XP fellas, including DC1. All was in the facilities today. So, DC, give me a take on what you saw out there. What was it that you was feeling when you was at Lions training camp today? Because you did tell me this was your first Lions training camp. Is that correct?
It was my first Lions training camp, man. I want to say this before go on to what I saw, man. It was a wonderful experience on my end. And just to be there, to see the fans, and the whole atmosphere, the players out there, man, it was lovely. It was a wonderful experience. So I want to get that out the way. But first, what I seen, man, I seen what I was really looking forward to see the first team reps, which I did see, and I did see the second team and the third team reps. It wasn't a lot going on. I mean, of course, they didn't have pads and stuff. So just to see the drills where they was running, the 2-minute drills, and seeing those things, man. I really was impressed. I really like seeing some of the rookies, like Jahmyr Gibbs, and seeing Laporta out there with the first team unit. So just seeing that, it was just like, it wasn't a whole lot showing to me, because it was just like they, just doing a little more basic drills. But I would like to see a little bit more, so definitely hoping I will probably get the chance to go down there another time to see a little bit more what's going on, the other plays they run and stuff. So I'm like, I'm really happy, this just for my experience, just to being down there. So
that's what's up. Now, for me, of course, this was my first experience, but going in today, I had more expectations that I thought they were going to be, a little more contact with the pass, but on today, they decided to go light. For the past two days, they have been in full pass, and Dan Campbell in his press conference, he had went ahead and indicated, listen, he wanted to be a light day today. It's unfortunate for us fans, that we finally got an opportunity today, and how hard we had to work to get these tickets. I understand like what we had to go through to try to get these tickets this year was different than it was the previous years. And so it was for us to be able to fight to get these tickets and get in there and to see what transpired today. I'm not saying it was upsetting for a fan's point of view, but understandable from a Lions point of view, listen, you got to be able to make it through training camp. You know, we had a scare earlier in training camp with CJ Gardner going down. So you want to take those precautions. So I understand, what the Lions are doing in regards to the trying to keep everything fresh, keep the bodies fresh, and make sure that we go through this camp injury free as much as possible. So today, it was a light work from what I was saying. I was paying attention, to the line and the receivers. Of course, we've seen Jameson Williams. He was out there getting his workout on. He wasn't fully participating with everyone, but he was off to the side. So you've seen the athleticism and the speed he was showcasing. We also got to see a lot of the defensive backs as well out there, as well as basically we see a little bit of everyone, but it was just like I said, it was a light day today. But lo and behold, there's still a lot of training camp left. So we're definitely going to be in the building tomorrow. My guy Cass, he's going to show up tomorrow finally. So he better get his point of view. But I know you've been paying attention these past several days. So
yes, sir.
What's been your feel? What is there anything that you recognize since Lions training camp started?
My biggest issue, I ain't gonna say issue. My biggest thing that I've everybody ready, man. Like everybody's buying in, and the culture is just different, man. I watch all the interviews, the press conferences, everything from the players. It's just like we're expected to win now. Like, all right, yeah, we did everything that we supposed to do. We went through our growing pains. We did all this jazz, all whatever. But it's like now it's just like they talking like it. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell like the culture has definitely changed. And I just love what I've seen from my home team. And like I say, and I say it all the time, man, just having competency in the front office helps. It goes a long way. Then you get the right guys. And then I watched Inside the Den. They released that the other day. And, just listening to Brad Holmes talk. He was just like, our draft board was our draft board. Who cares what the experts say and all that jazz? So we drafted guys that we knew that could play ball and was gonna go out there and take care of business, man. And I just love what I'm seeing from my home team, man.
Yeah, that's another thing too, man. I know everybody, if you haven't done so, go ahead and watch Inside the Den. It was like
it's
a
amazing,
movie this
man.
past
Yes, yes.
And if you guys didn't check it out, please go ahead and check it out because it definitely was a great, this last episode, it was about an hour and a half episode, and it went into the behind the scenes of the whole draft process. And it's something that I think is very important because, we got a lot of guys didn't understand what the direction as to why they went the way they did. When we first saw the draft, when we heard the picks, everyone, including myself, was in shock. Like, what are you doing? Like, really? Like, why would you take a running back that high?
I don't know if I'm still over not drafting Jalen Carter, but I'm okay with Gibbs. But like, I'm still trying to grasp my mind around that.
And I think a lot of people
it was a masterpiece.
Felt that same way. He was available, he was there at 6, but we traded back. And once we did that took us out of that realm. But going behind the scenes, you saw why they went the direction that they did, and they saw that Jahmyr Gibbs was high on their draft board. Most people say, they would have went with Weatherspoon, but he was off the board before we got to that point. Of course, when we moved back, it allowed us to be able to get some more added picks, which, I had this conversation with Big A. Shout out to Big A. Happy birthday to my brother, Big A.
Happy
birthday, Big A.
And I was telling him, me and him was going back and forth about it because he was upset about it too. He was saying that, they had an opportunity to get him, but I said if you'd have watched Inside the Den, you would have saw Brad Holmes was making the discussion that if they would have stuck with the 6th and the 18th pick the way that they did, they would have went and tried to trade up to get back in like that 10 to 12 range, which would have took away draft picks when you traded up. But the fact that they traded back allowed them to be able to get Laporta and Branch, which those are the two guys that they wanted to get in that second round. They thought they was gonna have to choose in between the two, but lo and behold, they was able to trade up from 48 to 45 and get Branch, get Laporta, get Hendon Hooker as well with those picks because they they also played the draft too because they was drafting. They was going back in the draft because the guys that were ahead of them wasn't in need of a quarterback, and they was able to get Hendon Hooker, which a lot of us like, and was also able to get Broderick Martin too as well. So if you haven't done so, I know it's on. I believe it's on Bally Sports Network as well as YouTube. Go ahead and check out Inside the Den, man. It gives a more detailed, exclusive detail in what the draft process is. And also I want to give a shout out to the scouts too. A lot of people don't know the importance of scouting, and they highlighted the scouts as well. Mm-hmm. And sure, when they go into these areas, they have different areas that they scout. What they're looking for, how you walking out onto the field, how you getting off the bus, what are you doing on the field, after the field, how are you interacting. They pay attention to everything. So to you guys out there who's playing professional sports on any level, people are paying attention to you. Mm-hmm. So all the antics that you guys are doing on and off the field, it's obvious there are scouts around paying attention that you may not see because you all in your space. So that's something that you guys need to pay attention to now. That's something that I don't think a lot of the guys realize how much what them scouts look for. And they said it. I don't look for what they do on the field. I look for what they do off the field.
How they prep, how they do everything. And like it's so in depth on how they just drafted everything, on how they look at certain things, certain aspects, certain characteristics they look at in particular players, man. I ain't gonna lie, I was fiending for that episode. Like, damn, why is it taking them so long? And then it finally dropped, and I was like, okay. And then like it was the Jew, man. I watched it twice, man, and I was just like, okay, just to make sure I ain't miss no gold and nothing nowhere.
I mean, what else did you see in there that intrigued you?
Just like I said, just a preparation from the scouts. Like you say, everything they can look for. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, how you preparing yourself, how you take care of yourself on and off the field. Just those certain things that your regular fan ain't looking at. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit we ain't looking at. We just looking at, all right, can this motherfucker play football or not? You know what I'm saying? But now, you know, it's just the other stuff that they be looking for. It's like, damn, they really do their homework on these guys. And it made sense as to why they drafted the way they did, because they wanted their particular guys, not necessarily what Mike Mayock and what's the other guy name? Whatever the other dudes, you know, all the experts are saying that, oh, you should pick this person, you should pick that person, they got to pick this. Man, when you look at our draft picks, it's 100% exactly what we needed, bro.
It made sense.
100% what we needed. Absolutely.
Absolutely right. And that's something that you know, for the like fair weather fans and people who don't really pay attention to the sport, all the, you know, all the behind the scenes works and the details, they just, you know, wait for the season to start. It gives a glimpse, like I said, as to why they did what they did. You know, and Brett Holmes said, listen, we didn't pick for a position. So when everybody keep on saying, man, why they get a running back? He said, we didn't pick him for a running, but we picked him as a player. And what he brought to and if you watch his interview process, he came off very impressive. And that's Jahmyr Gibbs. Yeah. He came off very, so did Campbell. They know what they're doing, they know what they're talking about. And those two guys, it was kind of like we had 2 picks in the first round. So yeah, of course it was a 2-for-1 deal, but both of those guys, what they bring to this team, and I keep on reiterating that, is the versatility that they have. With Jahmyr Gibbs, he got the versatility to be a running back and catch out the backfield. He led Alabama in rushing, receiving, and also in return yards. So he also could do return work as well.
Absolutely.
With Campbell, he showed his versatility over in Iowa, you know, playing inside linebacker. He can drop back in covers. He got great hands. He has several interceptions. He could play the Mike, or he could play the Will. He might be able to play Sam too, or he could come down. He's a good run defender, and he's a great blitzer.
Yep. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So if you need somebody at the end or you need somebody at the outside, that's what he brings. And looking at him so far during training camp,
the boy balling, man.
Yeah. Yes.
Looking like, and here's the thing that I wanted to reiterate, and that's why I'm not so hard on, you know, what the guys did. Look at what Brad Holmes and Campbell have done the last couple of drafts that they've been in charge. Penei Sewell, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Aiden Hutchinson, Houston, Pascal, Rodrigo, Kirby Joseph. All the guys that they've been drafted have been contributing.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So
But that's how you build, man. When you going through, that's how you build, man. Like you can't expect, you know, when Dan Campbell took over and Brad took over, man, everybody expect like, oh, we supposed to turn around and like, no, it's a process, man. Because you got to make motherfuckers want to come here. You got to make people want to come here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if your brand ain't no good, you got to build through the draft, man. They nailing it, bro. They nailing it. They nailing it, bro. Like they haven't really messed up no draft picks, man, and it just makes so much sense, man. I'm so glad we're not drafting guys like Jelani Tavai in the second round no more, man.
Oh my God. Hey, that was King Boy, man. I'm glad too. And now I gotta admit, and I know everyone has got to admit, there's going to be some because that boy Jalen Carter is looking good out there from reports that I'm seeing.
Oh man, yes.
I don't know how you don't take him, bro. Like,
bro,
I get it, but I was hurt.
Jason Kelce said that Jalen Carter is like never seen a defensive player like that going up against it.
Listen,
it's coming out of Jason Kelce's mouth.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a Pro Bowl center you talking about.
Listen, we had an opportunity to get him and Davis.
Yeah,
we could have both of them in the middle because last year we traded up, but we ended up taking Jameson Williams as opposed to grabbing Davis last year.
Yeah.
So that's something we're going to be paying attention to.
I feel like we got our Davis this year though in Broad. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
Broad. I believe it. I believe it.
Dog 6'7", 350. Come on, man. Like that's Davis right there. You know what I'm saying?
So it sounds like to me you're gonna be paying attention to Broderick Martin tomorrow when you out there training.
Oh yeah, man. Listen, all eyes on him tomorrow, G. Like I cannot wait. I got my alarm clock set, man. I got my coffee ready. It's on tomorrow, Job.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, if you guys haven't been out there to Lions training camp, please. Well, I know it's been sold out this year. So if you guys we'll be there. And you see us, man, give us a holler, man. We holler back, man. Listen, we're going to be there. Of course, I'm going to have on my Big Willie jersey, man. Y'all going to see the name on the back, man. I had to, I had my custom jersey. I got my 99 on the back and the front. So, Wise McKay, what you think that 99 represent, man? Who that represent?
Man, it got to be Big Sap, homie.
There you go.
Yeah,
I knew my boy knew who that was. Everybody who knows me knows. I'm a big Warren Sapp fan, man.
Yeah, gotta be Sapp, man.
That was my guy. Listen, I tried to be like him so much. I played this position in high school. That was my position. I grew my hair out, had my braids and everything. I didn't have his number because it's crazy because in high school they lost that number, that jersey. My year that I played, my senior year, I won 99, but they lost the jersey, so I didn't have my 99.
They didn't lose it. The whoever was before you stole it.
I was trying to be nice. I didn't want to say that, but they let the seniors have it. But I don't think a senior had it before me, so it might have got stolen, man. I was
okay.
But yeah, shout out. That was my guy, growing. That's who I desired to be like growing up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be in Barry Sanders tomorrow, man.
Barry Sanders?
It's either him or Hutch. One of the two. I'll figure it out.
It's a lot of Hutchinson jerseys.
Yes, a lot of them.
Yeah,
it's a lot. So DC, I'm not sure you're gonna be there in person tomorrow, but there's still opportunities for you to watch and pay attention to training camp. So what is it that you're looking forward to seeing throughout this training camp process? Is it something in particular that you want to see that tickle your fancy?
I want to see the right pause.
Hey,
I want to see the rookies, man. I'm more excited to see these rookies out there, man. Like you said, we just what Kaz was talking about, man. The culture fit, man, with this team, man, and how I believe with Brad Holmes, what he did, he drafted these guys not just because of position, because the culture fit. And I'm really excited to see these rookies like Laporta and Campbell and Gibbs and Antoine Green. Even I saw him; he was catching pass, even though it was Nate Sudfeld, Sudfeld. But I would like to see him out there at some point. We definitely gonna see him, in the preseason games. So like I said, I'm definitely started looking for these rookies, man. to, to learn from our young veterans out there, man. And I'm definitely excited to see them out there. So, yeah, that's the rookies for me, man, in particular.
The rookies, that is any veterans that you want to look at?
And the veteran, if I have to say, I really want to say Aiden Hutchinson, man. I want to see Aiden Hutchinson. I believe him and Houston, they're both going to take a huge jump this year. Huge jump. I think they're going to be one of the two best dynamic duos. That's going to be, long as they stay healthy, they're going to get a lot of pressure on the quarterback, man. They're going to make it difficult for opposing offenses. I'm telling you. I'm definitely looking for Houston.
I look forward to that. Anybody else, wise man cast besides Big Broderick Martin, that you looking forward to seeing during training camp?
Jack Campbell, definitely Jahmyr Gibbs, and also Branch, man. Like, I'm all in on those guys, man. I just feel like we watching. There you go. I just feel like, man, we watching like
that's who I want. That's who I want. That's who I want to go see. That's what I want to see when I go to.
You want to see the Chile?
That's just me. I know you. And all the fans know that that's the highlight of my days. When I go to training camp, when I go to Lions game, when I go to Pistons game, I gotta say what's up to my ladies.
You gotta say what's up. Hey, I watched they hook up too online, man. Like on the Detroit Lions page.
Yes, sir.
Cheerleaders try out, so I was all in, man.
Of course,
yeah. Here.
Yes, indeed. So it's a lot that we definitely want to look forward to. I know that I look forward to seeing the entire defensive line.
Yeah.
From end to end, I want to see how they coexist, and I want to see the new secondary.
Yeah,
because it's been a lot of buzz how these secondary fellas been talking, man. Have you seen that?
I have, man. I see it. Hey, CJ Gardner, man, he talks so much trash, bro. Like, I love it, man, because it's giving the team a swag. And like I say, man, we need to just, adapt just the city, man. Adapt that bad boy mentality, bro. Like, and I feel like he bringing that whole swag to the table, bro. I love it, man.
Yeah, I do too. And that's something that we need. We need, like I said, I think there's something that we have been lacking for years is that we haven't had that dog type player.
Yeah, no doubt.
Somebody that's on the edge a little bit. I know we're a button up blue collar type of town. Everybody like to say that. We want to chip off the old block, but we need some dogs out there. We need somebody that can stir it up a little bit. And I think CJ Gardner is in that scope.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yep.
Listen, shout out to my guy Big A. He in the comments, man. He ragging me, man. You know how I have my fascination with the cheerleaders. Also, shout out to my guy Marvin, man, for joining in. Oh,
everybody 16, in the
chat. He was in the building too with us, man. He came through and showed some love with us as well as the 313 XP fellas as well. So
and everybody in the chat, man, please feel free to ask questions. We cool, man. We'll answer questions. We'll talk to y'all. Like,
absolutely,
be active in the chat, please.
Mm-hmm. So there go the fellas right there, man. Shout out to the fellas, to the guys for coming in. And also, if you guys want to, if any of you guys were at the facility, if you guys, I'll send a link in and send an invite out to you guys. You guys can jump in, man. Give us y'all tale on y'all experience as well. We welcome you guys to come in and chop it up with us at any time. So we
absolutely, man.
So we appreciate you guys. Got a long season ahead. We got a lot more to talk about, with the Lions, man. So stay tuned. Listen, we will be in the building tomorrow.
Yes, bright and early.
Cass will be there. Not sure King will be there because it is his anniversary and he doesn't want to get in trouble with the missus. He said,
"It's early, like I feel like."
And I said that, but he said they supposed to be starting out on a breakfast type of deal. So he didn't want to get in trouble, and we don't want to get him in trouble. Shout out to 13 years of marital bliss to my brother. 18 years together, man. 5 kids.
Yeah, 5.
think it's 5. I think 4.
Yeah.
5 of them, man. Shout out to King, man. Holding it down, man. Holding his lady down as well.
Yeah, no doubt.
So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be looking forward to some more Lions talk, man. So if you guys in the comments, man, leave your comments. Make sure that you guys lock in with us, man. Listen, I got my brother coming and joining us, man. My boy, Culture Boy Juan, is in the building.
Culture.
What's the deal, fellas? What's that word?
Yeah, man. Glad you. There we go.
Kari on the beat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my brother Kari, man. He always listen. I see on his head. Listen, I need some more beats, man. I need some more beats, man. So you're gonna be sending me some more beats. So what y'all hearing in that background, that music that y'all hearing in the background, shout out to my brother, our brother Kari, man. Much love to you.
Blessings, yeah.
Culture Boy, I'm glad you home, man, because we had a fun time last night.
Yeah, we did. Oh yeah.
That's Spence versus Crawford, baby.
Belts to ass.
Listen,
my boy face was shit.
hey, listen, he looked like Martin after the Brawl for Y'all match, man.
Yeah, you sent me that in the group chat. I actually sent it to all the other group chats I was in. I had to.
Listen, we had a fun time last night. Shout out to my guy Culture. We had a fight party down at the Culture store last night, and you know it was family friends invite only. So you know, of course, I had to show up and show out, man. And it was some sad faces in that building last night, wasn't it, Juan?
It was a lot of sad faces in the building last night. It was crazy.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm glad this fight happened for this particular reason, and that's to finally give my guy Crawford the respect that he's been asking for years. I'm a boxing fan, so I've been following boxing, you know, for a long time. I've been following Bud Crawford for a long time, and I've known since this guy was in the lightweight division, him moving through the divisions and unifying the divisions, these guys has been ducking him for years. And it was a lot of people saying like, oh, he hadn't fought nobody, man. And the guys say, you know, Spence, he's a bigger guy and the welterweights is bigger. And he proved last night, listen, it ain't about how big you is, it's about that power and that speed. And Spence couldn't do a dang thing with it last night, man. Wise, man, I know you was enjoying it last night too, man.
I did, bro. Like me and DC was kicking it, bro. And I was just like, that first round, because, you know, I watched the fight and everything. The first round, you know, my guys, they like, oh, man, this fight going to be boring. I said, no, Crawford just filling him out. Once he's like, okay, I can take his punches. He don't punch as hard as everybody say he punched. I'm just filling him out. And then from round 2 until it ended, I mean, it was a massacre, man. It didn't look like Spence belonged in the ring with that boy, man.
Mm-hmm.
He beat
Got it all.
Oh, man, he beat piss down that little man legs. It was bad. It was bad. And I'm thinking to myself, like, how this cat got 3 belts, man? Like, who was he fighting for real? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it looked a bit mismatched last night.
Oh,
Coach,
yes,
man,
it did.
What was you saying last night?
Me?
Yes, you're Culture.
I saw everything I expected to see. I figured Bud was gonna wait. Disclaimer, man, because my homies got mad at me because they threw a fight party at one of the homies' mother-in-law crib, and they was all going there, and I'm like, y'all know I can't go over there. You know I'm doing a fight party. We're doing all the events, but it was too late for me to get over there. So I'm like, let's talk our shit now. Who we got? All 3 of my guys went with Spence. I said, what's wrong with y'all? They said he a machine. He got a battering ram for a jab. They say Bud too little. I said, man, if you look at the film, the eye test don't lie, man. If you go back and watch every single fight, common opponents, to me, it was obvious. So, but my prediction was, I was actually on point. I said, Bud will drop him early. First I said he gonna fill him out for the first couple rounds, but he gonna drop him early. Then he gonna get the fans what they wanted to see, because you know when people spend all that money to come out there, man, you got to give them a show. You can't just finish too early. Pause. But and I said he was gonna finish him late, and that's exactly what he did. But to me, man, he put on a masterclass in those middle rounds.
Yes, he did, man. And not only that, man, too. And I was telling the guys last night, man, I'm like, those 11 more fights that he got, more than Spence, that's a lifetime of fights, man. Like, people don't understand that. Like, that's huge in the world of boxing. And plus, he got 2 years on him, too. That's huge in the world of boxing, man, because that's that much more experience, man.
And also, you got to put into account, you know, with Spence, you know, he had that time off with him in that accident.
Yeah,
so that played a bit of factor too. I did anticipate it being a lot closer
hold on,
than what
I ain't
it
gonna
was.
give you that. I ain't gonna give you that because Bud got shot in the head, G. Like,
this is true.
And drove himself to the hospital. I ain't trying to hear nothing about no accident, bro. Buddy took a whole bullet to the head, G. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Listen, that's a different animal right there, man. You take a bullet to the head and then you drive yourself to the hospital. Listen, I said this from the beginning of the fight. I said, you know what? My man Bud Crawford won it from the walkout. Coming out, had Eminem with him.
Yep.
Like, you can't tell me the city
was when we seen him.
You can't tell me the city wasn't.
I feel like he didn't pay him enough because M ain't say nothing outside them 2 lines.
Yeah, that was crazy. I didn't know
he did his verse, man. Listen, but that I know the city went crazy when he came out to that and had one of the goats with him, walk him out to the fight, man. That was a like you said, Culture, man. That was a masterclass. Once Crawford touched him in the second round, I knew from that point it was done because
and it wasn't nothing but a 2-1. Real simple.
Yeah,
real simple.
But he has a lot of power in that jab.
Yeah, that jab
is powerful. And when he touched him, I seen the life come out of Spence when he hit because he
soon as he hit the canvas.
Yeah, he hasn't faced nothing like that before. Like none of them guys have never touched the canvas. They've been wobbled, but that was his first time. And usually when guys hit that canvas for the first time, they don't know how to react. And he was in it.
It started with Eminem. He was like, "Oh, man, what is this fool up to?"
We was trying to figure out who Spence came out to. I guess it was a Houston artist, man. Somebody that's blowing up. We was trying to figure out who that was, but
it blew them all because I'm like, what is this song? But I get it, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're from that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you're gonna represent where you're from. So I understand it from that standpoint. But like I say, you come out with that man looked focused, and like I said, it was a grown man playing with a kid in there, man.
Did y'all peep though? And this kind of speaks to both fighters. I know a lot of the lead up they was trying to figure out who was 1A and who was 1B, who's the A side, who's the B side. And if you look at a lot of stuff, even making the fight happen, there was a lot of compromise and there was a lot of respect on both sides. So if you guys notice, Bud came out second on the intro, but then Spence was announced second as if he was the champ. So I think it was a little bit of a give and take, but Bud knew what he was doing because he had Eminem in his back pocket. So he's like, I'd rather come out second. You could be announced however you want to be.
Listen, you're
right. Get the belts at the end of the day, but so, I'm coming out to Eminem.
And you know, he was the Spence is the perennial champion, of course. And Crawford making his way up, so he had earned that to be able to make that decision. And shout out to Crawford because even after the fight was over, he came to the press conference and presented Spence with his belts back.
Yeah,
which is commendable. Listen,
that was wrong.
That was these your belts. You got your tags on there. I'm gonna give you back yours because I got mine now. With that being said, is Crawford the best in the boxing game right now? I say he's pound for pound number one.
He got all the belts. I mean, you can't argue with belts. Just like Tom Brady, you can't argue with rings, bro. Like you can't argue with that.
He's been the best for me for years. It's just that people haven't seen him enough, and I'm saying it's because folks been ducking him.
Yeah.
So you hear a lot of everybody else, saying you hear Tank Davis name coming up. Listen, Tank Davis don't want nothing of Crawford.
No,
he don't want nothing. No, at all.
I don't know, man. I think it'll be a good. I think it'll be a better fight than what we just saw.
No, it won't. Crawford will put the business.
I believe so. I believe so.
It won't be the same. And Crawford actually said he wants to go up and face one of the Charlo twins. Now,
which ain't saying much right now. They getting slapped left and right. Man, you don't let no man slap you. Hey, how Charlie Murphy say? Even when slapping was fashionable. After that.
Oh, man, it was
don't let nobody slap you, man.
That was kind of pimp slappish right there.
Yeah.
But listen, they got a
Thank
fight coming to. They got a couple of guys to get through too. So listen, shout out to my guy Crawford last night, man. Put on an epic show, man. It was a lot of long faces in the buildings, not only at this culture store, but in households worldwide. Because it was a lot of people going with Spence.
Yeah.
A lot of people was going with Spence. I got receipts. It was more Spence than it was Crawford.
For sure.
It was more.
Well, I don't know. I did see a lot of Crawford supporters out there. Well, I will say this: the ones who know, they knew what time it was. I'm gonna say that.
Somebody like myself, I know. If you know, you know. And that's because, like I said, I've been, I'm a big boxing fan, and I've been watching Crawford for years, man. So I know the talent that he has. I'm just glad everyone else was finally able to see, what a lot of us, boxing fans been saying for years about Bud Crawford. So we shout him out pound for pound to me, and to now I think everybody on this panel, the pound for pound number one boxer in the world. Sure. No matter the weight class, he's number one.
Yeah. Like it was child's play last night, man.
It definitely was. Listen, last week we didn't get a chance to show. I know if you guys on our YouTube channel, man, I posted a video. We had some guys come into the culture store, man. Why you want to elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, we had our young bulls from Miami Gardens. They came up to Michigan. They avenged their championship loss from last year against the Southfield Falcons. Shout out to Southfield Falcons.
Shout out.
Play for the Southfield Falcons. So
shout out, bro. And you spoke with him for a minute too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to go ahead and play the video, man, so you can see, you speaking life into these young men. So let me go ahead and get that pulled up for the audience.
Roll the clip.
Let me see. Hold on. Trying to pull this up for y'all real quick. Get it going. Hold on. Let's see. Y'all keep talking while I pull this up.
I'm gonna get you a production assistant. We gotta get you a Patreon so they can support that. Get you a production assistant.
All I'm gonna say is, Juan, what size shoe you wear, G? Because I'm gonna come to your house.
It don't even matter.
It's like a whole lot of shopping going on over there.
It don't even matter. Roll the clip.
What's up, everybody? This is Big Willie Styles representing Dynasty Sports Network. Now, in this video I'm sharing with you is about a group of fathers that came and blessed us at the culture store on a Thursday afternoon. And of course, you know the slogan, located on the Avenue of Fashion, 19327 Livernois. But anyway, these are the Miami Garden Ravens, whose 12U team flew all the way here from Miami to play the Southfield Falcons in a revenge game from the national championship last year. Now, these young men seem to be real excited about the trip and some heat that was in the store. My guy Culture, who is one of the owners of Culture Detroit, imparts some knowledge and some wisdom into these young men. Let's take a listen.
We're going to give you guys a few words and just kind of share his story, what he's doing. What's up, brothers? How y'all boys doing? Juan, man, it's my partner right here, Ken. My other partner not here right now. Y'all take care of minutes, but we are Culture Detroit. We're fashion, film, art, music, and sports live under one roof. So we here to support the culture, anything that got to do with culture. And we like to go sports there too. So fashion, film, art, music, and sports. So we appreciate y'all boys coming up here. I heard y'all lost the fight was last year.
Yeah.
So y'all back. Y'all back to take care of y'all.
They told me we were coming. Come and see him. We long. We told me we were coming to see him.
So what we do here is we are the leader in Michigan in all streetwear brands, all from Jordans, Nikes, Yeezys, all that good stuff. But we also tap into the designer part of it too. But most importantly, me and my partner, we were reselling, hand to hand, meet up, going to the stores, get clubs, and reselling to the community. And we had a whole lot of people that tapped in with us and wanted us to provide stuff to them. The issue was the industry started booming. A lot of young resellers start coming to the game, start making money. But the issue is there was no honor, there was no rules. no law, no safety. You meet somebody or you make a deal on OfferUp or Instagram or Facebook, and you meet someone in the parking lot and they run off with money and sell you a fake shoe. So if we thought about it, we wanted to come up with something to solve this problem, and then one time we saw the news where it was just getting worse and worse and worse. Every time you turn the news, somebody was getting robbed for their shoes or fake money or some type of crazy story. So we wanted to create a safe haven for resellers, sneakerheads, to be the business, have camaraderie, talk about sports and fashion and film and all that good stuff, but also be able to conduct their business and make themselves instead of meeting someone in the parking lot where they're safe. So we built this place here. We wanted to make it look like everything y'all want to see when y'all here, so y'all can be comfortable. And we really just wanted to create a forum where we can get the kids out the street, give them some positive to see. But what we also do too is when you get this reseller, we start to show you how to start your own business. Get your LLC, get your bank account, do stuff right, how to market, how to brand yourself, different stuff like that. So you can go from, a couple dollars here and there to actual successful business. So we just want to give you guys an example of that, and hopefully we inspire y'all boys to do something great. Like real. You know what I'm saying? Being young is not an excuse for waste time. So when y'all go to practice, or y'all in practice, y'all gotta focus on every rep. Every rep. You can't take no plays off, you can't take no reps off. Y'all play football. You take the play off, you might be done for the season. It's the same thing in life, but y'all don't have time to waste time. Just because y'all young, that don't mean y'all can just do anything for the next 10 years because you got all that. Because if y'all look around and y'all know what we know, people that look like us, we don't got all that. We losing little brothers and little sisters every day. So I commend y'all boys to stand on that field and working and grinding and trying to make something of yourself. Y'all listen to y'all coaches, y'all listen to the whole staff and y'all parents, man, because without them, y'all can be on the news too. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't about to tell y'all boys to stop looking at that dub. We still bless you. We don't got it.
We're gonna do it anyway though. Appreciate it.
I just wish y'all play well.
That's what we do it for.
Yes, sir.
They come.
Yeah, there it go. There it go.
So I'm here with my guy Kenny here. I came all the way from Miami, Florida, played the Southfield Falcons, didn't come out with the victory, but my man H0 here was all over the field, man. Listen, we was watching from the sideline, but brother, man, we see you all over the place, man.
That
You
boy
got a
can
bright
go.
future at that linebacker position, man. How long you been playing? 5 years, man. Listen, man, you a hitter. I love it. I see you pop out there. You everywhere, man.
That kid, 20 years old.
Hone your skills, man. Who you inspired to be like?
Stunning shades on.
Ray Lewis, all right, that's a good one. Baltimore, Ray Lewis, man. So, man, listen, keep up the good work, man. You guys traveled a long way here, and I know you guys didn't come out with the victory, but we appreciate you guys for coming up here, man. You showed up and showed out, man. We appreciate you, man. And shout out to you. Shout out to your pops, too, man. I heard him all in the sideline yelling out, man. You got your biggest cheerleader, man. But appreciate you guys, man. And keep up the good work, man. You'll be a future star, man, for sure. Appreciate you.
Sure.
It's your boy Big Willie Styles. I'm here with Coach Rob Mack. Came all the way from Miami, Florida, come down here to play Southfield Falcons. Unfortunately, they didn't come out with the victory, but it was a close game, 20-16. Want to get your feels, man. How you feel after this game? It was a tough loss.
It's a tough one. Obviously, you lose a game. You never want to do that, but it's a preseason game, and you got a chance to see what we need to work on, costly turnovers and mistakes at bad times. We looked like it was early in the season. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I know the momentum changed. You guys came out on fire early. I see quick 16 points, man.
Yep.
But second half, the adjustments needed to be made. You know what I'm saying? The momentum kind of changed. So what do you think you're going to have to do going forward to get these kids to make sure they're available for all 4 quarters?
I think we'd be good, man. Honestly, it was less the kids and more. You know, I can't put it on the kids in that situation. We got to put them in better position. You know, from a coaching standpoint, I don't think we did enough from my standpoint. Obviously, we had some injuries, things happening. It's just really, we didn't lose the game that happened during the week with some of the turnovers, some of the things that we got to get corrected. That we will. We'll see them again.
Once again, now this was supposed to be y'all revenge tour. I know you guys played them last year national championship, so they seem to got the number a little bit. So, but I know you guys are gonna come out ready for the end of the season.
Bro. You're wrong.
I done beat more people than I lost. So I can promise you that, man. So it's fine. I'll be cool. We'll be right back at them. Congrats to them guys and they hard work. But when they count, I see them.
Understandable. So what's next for you guys?
Get into the season, man. We got regular season play, so we go back home, get back to work, start preparing for national.
What's up, man? Well, we appreciate you guys for stopping in, man.
Yep.
You guys enjoy the rest of y'all trip, man.
Right, thank you.
And appreciate you guys for coming out.
Yeah, so shout out to the Miami Garden Ravens and Southfield Falcons, man, for putting on a great show, man. And this was like platonic because this was just a normal Thursday afternoon. I just popped in to the Culture Store, just like I usually do, just kicking it with my guy Culture. And these guys were on tour, basically down there on the Avenue of Fashion, down on Illinois, and they came into the store, man. So with that, we wanted to show the guys some love, man, because they came all this way. We want to support, and that's what we do here at the Dynasty Sports Network. Something that's that we'll be going for. We want to tap in with the community as well as with the youth. So it was a great experience, man, to be able to have them guys come into the store and as well as come into the game. Now I had to interview that young guy, man. I called him Agent Zero, man, because listen, man, if you guys was at the game with me and Culture, man, that fella can ball. Even though they lost,
he's 30 years old. You see how buff that kid was?
Right.
The kid is only going to what he said he's going to the 7th grade.
7th grade, yeah.
Bro.
That's a 6th grader?
Yes.
Bro.
They put some of that water down there in Miami.
Bro.
Sure.
So we definitely had to, partake, in that situation. And it gave me a lot of more energy to want to do it more, man. Because like I said, tapping into the youth, man, is very important to me as well as to my guy Culture. And I know you guys, deal with the youth as well. Because like I say, I'm dabbling in the youth sports with coaching. And I know Cash, you've done so in the past and maybe currently too. So seeing that, what is your feel as far as like when you get those young guys in front of you?
Me personally, man, it's just amazing because you can see like a lot of them come from broken homes. And if you can be that male father figure, that role model for them, man, it's just amazing. And seeing the kid go from just even in my semi-pro team, seeing a guy go from, man, he's mediocre, and then you coaching him up and you coaching him up and you coaching him up. Next you know, like, oh, this kid got some potential. He got some talent, yo. You know what I'm saying? So it's just doing that, man, and just being positive. And Culture, shout out to you, man, for doing what you just did right there, man. Because you literally took a team that came from a whole nother state and welcomed them in. Like, yo, you part of the family too. Yeah. And we rocking with y'all too. You know what I'm saying? And that's what us as men need to do more. You know what I'm saying? And just in every community that we touch. Because again, a lot of our children are lost, man, because there is no father at home, or the lack of positive role models and everything like that. So anytime you got a chance and an opportunity to reach out to these babies and help them and mature them and be a mentor to them, man, it's a phenomenal, it's a blessing, man. And we all need to step up and do more.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that, fellas.
For sure. Culture, man. We talk about, and this is part of what we've been building for the last several months with the Culture Sports Club. And that right there is what we came to that round table discussion to have. That moment right there is something that we've been building behind the scenes, which we will be displaying more of upcoming because we got a lot more things coming on. I know you and the guys at the store, you guys tap in all the time with the young guys. So give a little bit about, why you feel like that was necessary to give them that bit of knowledge.
Man, it's probably easier to say why not. You know what I'm saying? Like, they come from the same situations we come from. They look just like our little homies. Well, that was our homies when we was all little homies.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to think, man, out of a group of 4 friends, probably one of them daddy at home, if that. You know what I'm saying? And we know those struggles. And then to see some of our homies who went from that to being grown men, it's an obvious correlation.
The disconnect,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, if you want to see the next generation become something more, you got to give them more than what your peers have. You know what I'm saying? And then why build platforms if you're not going to allow your people to use it? And that's one of my favorite sayings is, help me build a stage, you can use it whenever you want. And that's just how I feel. I feel the same way. If me and my man's done spent the whole summer putting together a dirt bike, that dirt bike just as much as yours as it is mine. And that's how I feel about how we move. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the kids, you got to multiply that by 1,000 because they need us for sure. You know what I'm saying? And then to be able to reach, because I think that was 2 teams in there at the time, like to be able to reach that many young kids at one time, like I'm telling you, bro, we gotta press the gas on this. We gotta keep looking for opportunities like that to touch the kids. Pause and
right.
Reach the kids.
There you go.
And help them to get to where we know they had the potential to get to. Because man, potential is a crazy thing, man, especially when it's untapped and then wasted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, whatever we can do, man, to tap in with the kids, we want to be there to support them, man, whether that's counseling, resources, just somebody to talk to, just, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, man, we got to do our part, man, because it's crazy. We'll watch all the craziness on Metro Detroit News, but we ain't doing nothing. We just complaining.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And so more of that will be displayed on this channel. As well as, you know, all of our social media platforms, because like I said, that's something that, you know, we all want to tap into because we all have kids, you know, we all have nieces, nephews, little bros, you know, kids that, you know, we're coaching. So why not put that on display? You know, we know what happens when they don't have that, you know, that positive force, that role model, or a different type of influence than what they're used to seeing. It was great to see those kids' eyes light up when they came into that store. For sure. And to see that the store is being run by guys that look and act and talk just like them. I'm hoping and praying that resonated with those guys to know that this is something to be done. And like you said, this is done by guys just like you and me. We all grew up together and it could be done. So shout out, you know, to you, man, you know, for you know, allowing that to happen. And like I said, there's gonna be more things to come with that part of, like I said, that Culture Sports Club that we're building, that, you know, we want to be successful because their success is our success.
Facts.
And we want them to be successful in not only in sports but in life.
Yeah. And that's crazy because we tell the parents all the time, like, we're going to provide all these resources, whatever you need. If we can't do it, we can find somebody to do it for you, but we're going to try to make it happen. And I always say the most important key about the whole thing is they always say, well, how much do it cost?
Yeah.
And we say, it don't cost nothing. And I look right into the kid's face. I say, when you go off and be the person that you always wanted to be, only thing we want in return is for you to come back and talk to the kids that's currently in the program. That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
And what we will do is we're going to have a show where we're going to showcase the fullness of that Culture Sports Club network that we're all working on to build. We're going to do a whole show because we want this to reach out to everyone. Because like you said, the biggest key about this Culture Sports Club that we're doing is that it's free.
1,000% free.
That's raw.
Yeah.
So definitely look forward to that. With something that, like I said, we've been behind the scenes building on. We're definitely going to showcase it, man. So be on the lookout. With that being said, let's take a quick commercial break, man. Then we're gonna talk about some more sports on the other half, man. How'd that feel for y'all?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Wow, black-owned shoe store. Culture. My culture, though. You see what they talking about in here. What's up, little dog? You good? Y'all got something here for me? I'm talking about exclusive. They got all the dunks. How many dunks they got? Something like these. Y'all got a little vibe in here. They buying shoes, selling shoes, it feels like the culture. They dunking on people. Oh, they doing TikTok. They looking out for the kids. Oh, man, this is great, man. Oh, they got all different races working here. It just really feels like culture. You're looking for a black-owned shoe store to get some real drip at? Come up here to Culture Detroit, man. That's what the streets been missing. Welcome home, fam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, I usually give, send my spiel after we do the commercial, but since my guy Culture is here, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it to him, and he can do it for himself. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, and let him know a little bit something.
Culture D Sports. I said Culture D Sports. Culture Detroit, man. Where fashion, film, art, music, sports, and entrepreneurship live under one roof, man. Welcome home, fam. We building entrepreneurs. We buying low so we can sell low. We trading, we pawning, we consigning, we deliver, we ship, we clean, we restore, we customize, we do TikToks, we brand build, man.
Just a little bit of everything.
Just a little bit of everything, man.
And where is this located at again?
We have 19327 Livernois on the Avenue of Fashion, man, in the heart of where our people ran things in Detroit.
Yes,
and we're trying to bring it back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So shout out to Culture, man. And if you guys are ever in that area, go ahead, go in, tell them Dynasty Sports Network sent you, man. They're sure going to look out for you, man. Nice size discount.
Oh yeah, look out for Culture Frenchies too, man. He in the middle of my interview. You know how kids be jumping in their podcast and stuff. This is look, Culture Frenchies, man. Baby's kid.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's get back to the sports, man. Listen, college is approaching. We recently had Big Ten Media Days, with the coaches and the players making their appearances, man. And there's been, some headline going on out there in Ann Arbor. Of course, if you haven't been aware, it's the Harbaugh situation going on with the suspension, man.
Time out. I don't know. Something's wrong with my camera view, but for whatever reason, I see some green and white losing.
Hey man, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
I just see loser.
You know what time it is.
That's crazy. Okay. You got it.
Man, listen. we gotta let Daryl live, man, because that's the highlight of gonna be the highlight of their season. So we gotta talk about it. Of course, the Harbaugh suspension. He's working out a deal, which is crazy. Working out a deal for 4-game suspension, stemming from an NCAA investigation dating back to the COVID period, which they initiated saying that he lied about some insinuating circumstances with some recruits, which everyone knows behind the scenes it was something in regards to him buying the kid a burger. And then going on to, the other one, he was supposed to be in a workout session with the kids in the off season, but come to find out, he was talking with the recruit, and they invited him in, and they had a kid out there who had, I believe it was leukemia, and he was showing off from that. And it just really I understand why Harbaugh did it, for one, because that investigation was going to go on, because the NCAA is very slow when it comes to the investigation. And he figured, let's go ahead and get this behind us. The 4 games that he's going to be suspended for,
we gonna win those anyway.
That that he's not going to needs to be on the sideline to do it. Of course, he's still going to be able to coach the team throughout the week. Just on the game days, he's not going to be able to be on the sideline. So I want to get you guys to feel in regards to that situation. Wise man, is it necessary or what, man?
I mean, it's BS. I feel like, but I mean, rules is rules. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has to obey them, and abide by them, regardless of how they feel about them and all that jazz, man. But buying a kid a burger, man, come on, G, that's, I don't know. It is what it is, and like I say, I'm okay with the suspension. If they got to suspend them for 4 games, it's cool. Our first 4 games, We really not playing nobody. Those is tune-up games anyway. So, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna have Michigan ready to rock and roll. Go blue, and I just really hate that hat on your head, son. I ain't gonna lie. I hate that
Man,
hat.
quit being disrespectful, man. You know what time it is.
I
You know,
like
you a
that
culture.
hat.
Y'all know what time it is.
That
Y'all
hat,
know
man.
Tuck is coming this year. Y'all know.
It just
Tuck
look
is
like
coming.
vomit. It's just like vomit on your head.
Nope.
Did I just sit here an ultimate pause just a minute ago? Hey, yo, Tuck is coming. We've been hearing
Tuck.
that
Whoa,
for,
whoa,
for,
whoa.
for a long time, and I think it's y'all end up there East Lansing.
Hold on,
Y'all
hold on.
got to chill, bro. I'm saying, man.
Okay.
And y'all say that.
All I know is Tuck is 2-1 against a Harbaugh.
Listen,
Since he
y'all-
been Michigan.
listen,
All I know he's 2-1 against him.
you guys have been saying that with such force. A man shouldn't say that about another man in that way, man.
He said it with conviction, didn't he?
Conviction, Tuck is coming.
Oh,
Now,
He-
hey, yo.
He pause.
Ultimate pause, man. But that, like I said, that's a highlight of their career. Also, it's a highlight of Michigan State's season because it's
That's
probably
their
gonna be the
national
best thing.
championship.
Is did y'all see them uniforms? The black
I
uniforms.
mean, that's cute. I mean, like, it's cute. I mean, you know, something else for them to lose in. 72, 38, and 5. Like, I wouldn't be saying nothing. I would be embarrassed to wear that hat.
You sure about that?
72. Y'all 38 and 72. I wouldn't be saying nothing.
Take a look at the uniforms, bro.
The uniforms is decent. I like them. I ain't gonna hit on y'all. I like them.
Listen, yeah, them black unis is
Yeah, I ain't gonna hit on y'all. I like them. But I mean, it's just, you know, something else for y'all to lose in. I mean, that's cool.
Come on, then stop it, man. Y'all know y'all not beating us this year. Y'all now coming to the woodshed
Bro,
and gonna beat
what
us.
happened to y'all last year? Like,
Bro, it was no, y'all was at home. What happened at the woodshed?
Speaking when you're talking about them.
Come on,
That'll
man.
give us, at least that'll
Y'all-
give us be like,
y'all
you know
done-
what, we
y'all done
might
lost-
acknowledge your hand being
You
raised.
lost your best receiver and your starting quarterback
like-
in this season.
We got Noah Kim. We're fine. We got Noah Kim. We good.
Are you sure? Okay. Well,
Oh yeah, we definitely sure.
listen,
And Mel Tucker is dressing that. He dressed in that secondary this year. Our defense is going to be way better than last year's.
Listen,
Last couple years, I
listen.
guarantee you that.
I'm glad this is on a recorded show because we damn sure gonna play this back.
I'm just not going until y'all like at least level the playing field. I'm just not even going to address nothing
Listen.
Spartan.
Hey,
I can't talk to
hey,
nobody that's
Cass.
38 and 72.
Hey, Cass. Hey, you remember we got that little bet going on, so don't forget.
We do. I'm
We
not
got a
gonna
little
renege.
bet.
I'm a man of my word, G. I'm not
We
gonna
got that little
renege.
bet, and I can't wait till Big A come back too, because I'm gonna bet with him too. I can't wait till he come back, and
I
we gonna
got
have
you,
our
bro.
battles this year.
I got you,
Oh.
bro. If
Listen,
your team win,
now-
which I seriously doubt, you know, I'm a man of my word. I'll own up to my bet.
But listen, that game is also a night game as well.
Yeah.
I plan
We
on
should just
making
go.
it. Listen,
go.
I plan on going.
Yeah.
I plan on going, and it's a night game. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be there because you know there were some murmurs in the social media. I forgot what's his name, Valente guy. Oh, you know, you guys should, you Michigan fans, y'all should stay out of East Lansing, man. It's going to be dangerous. But ain't nobody scared. Who's in East Lansing? What hood?
Y'all better be scared. Mike Valenti said the right thing. Y'all better be scared. Y'all better be scared. Y'all Michigan fans better be scared this
The
year.
only
I'll
thing
tell you
Michigan
that.
State is good for is fake the funk, and they don't even do that no more.
DC, listen, bro.
Fake the funk was lit. I ain't gonna hold you.
I am from 7 Mile.
Okay.
Ain't nothing East Lansing can do to me that 7 Mile has done already.
You hear me?
There is no
Hey.
worries going on.
Hey.
Just because he said that, I'm gonna go. Just cause he said that, and I'm gonna be in my I wish it would mode.
Hey, when you go up there, you probably see me up there, and you're gonna be a disappointed when driving back 96 to Grand River all the way back.
Listen,
You're gonna be
me and
disappointed.
Willie gonna be drinking brews all the way home, talking about we told him it was gonna be like this.
Yeah,
Now
man.
you gotta
Come on,
hold
then
this
come on the
shit.
show, and then when you come on the show, and say, "I told you so." Y'all don't come to the woodshed thinking y'all gonna win. That's not gonna happen.
Hey, coach,
Say-
man, is we making that trip up
38,
there this year, man?
72, and 5.
For sure, and I'm getting in on that bet too. Cause
You
Oh.
can say yes. Everybody
go.
eats meat.
yeah, we smoking on.
I can't wait to see y'all with that Michigan State jerseys on, man. I can't wait.
Listen, you guys got to get past Washington first. That's
We
gonna be-
listen. Washington coming to us this year, so we ain't going to watch. They got to come to us.
and they gonna smoke y'all too, man. Listen,
Yeah, okay. Y'all better you better hope y'all take care of that team in Columbus. You better hope you better take care.
That's like the dude that get beat up at the park and go get his big brother. Talking about
Right.
the team in Columbus. That's a whole nother conversation. We're gonna get to them in a minute too. Now,
Say, there he is.
that thing, here you go right there.
So you the one to punch my brother in the eye.
They can get it too.
Listen, but
But all seriousness, I want to talk about this Harbaugh suspension right quick and get my intake. All seriousness, man, I just think it was stupid. The NCAA with these, I mean, like I said, the rules are the rules, but I'm all seriousness, man. Me personally, I don't think he should have been suspended, but that's what the NCAA gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. I mean, it didn't matter to when y'all always got every year y'all have a cupcake schedule anyway. First 4 games. I mean, y'all should win.
listen,
Y'all
for-
should-
Hey, yeah, you're right, because y'all on the schedule.
right. So for one, hold on. Reason why we got cupcakes is because we got a team that's down there in Indiana that pulled out of the annual game in Notre Dame. They ran scared for about another 10 years. So that's
they pulled up from us too.
so that's a different tale. And also I have to address that too because that's going to be across the board now. The non-conference schedule is going to be cupcakes all across the board, especially now that they got the playoff system coming in next season, not this season, but next season. So they've already made it to where the scheduling as far as like the non-conference scheduling and the ranked scheduling and that's going to be a change. So that's going to be across the board. Regardless of team, so we're gonna see the first 3 or 4 games, maybe a few of them that's gonna be highlighted. It's gonna be some cupcake games going forward. Now, as far as the Harbaugh situation, the issue that I have with it is because the NCAA is so inconsistent when it comes to these violations. Oh my goodness, you mean to tell me that's a violation? But Tennessee had 200 violations, and it just 200 known violations. SEC has been known for having violations, and I haven't seen a coach been suspended and fired yet. Now, the situation down in Northwestern, that's the different story, and it's sad to say that whole, not just from reports from here, it's not just a football team, it's the softball team, it's other sports in that university that's having those issues. And then, they let Pat Fitzgerald go, but the NCAA is they're never consistent when it comes to these suspensions. We've known, there's been reports that have known that you got Washington, Darnell Washington, who played for Georgia, say he got paid what, $50,000 to go to an SEC team that he didn't even go to. This is before the NIL. We already know that these boosters been paying these kids.
I just
from the beginning.
But to a brother just turned out $1.5 million.
$1.5 million to play
to go play for an SEC team. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what they trying to package them in the form of NIL deals? They trying to reroute the money.
They just they legalize weed.
Exactly.
That's what they did. It's something that they've been doing. Now they just legalize it. And what's the name down in Ole Miss? The coach from Ole Miss. He made a point. There needs to be a sanction when it comes to the NIL because it can get out of hand. And I think a lot of teams they jump the gun with that NIL as quick as it.
But they're starting to tighten up on it too because now I think starting next year. They're not letting. I think you only could transfer maybe once, maybe twice, or something like that. So they putting rules in place because it's just getting out of control at this point.
Yeah,
it's not.
I think it's once.
It's not even just a transfer. It's even before these kids get on campus. Like these kids is getting promised money before they get on campus. That's why we had a lot of transfers, because a lot of these kids didn't get the money that they was promised when they signed those national letters of intent.
So they demanding trades now.
Yes, like you said, I was gonna get 6 figures for signing. I ain't seen those 6 figures. I'm gone. And a lot of these teams have been pulling these kids because they're trying to get them away from these bigger schools. So they're gonna pay to do that. But listen, there needs to be some sanctions going on in regards to that. I do agree. I kind of felt that was going to happen when they announced this. And I'm just hoping that they put a lid on this and have better control, because it can get wild. Because these boosters, they pockets is long.
Yeah,
Super long.
His pockets is long. But like I said, with the suspension, I think it made Jim Harbaugh a martyr now, because he's taking it on the chin. You know, he's going against the machine. So going against the system. That could be a motivating factor for a team that really doesn't need no more motivation, because they already been picked to be, one of the national title contenders. Can't say that about Sparty right now.
We ain't thinking about that right now.
I can't think about that right
win
now.
a game. Like, if y'all win a game, that's y'all Super Bowl.
You can't think about it right now.
And I ain't gonna lie, man. I kind of feel like they use Harbaugh as their punching bag, man. It seems like he taking a lot on, almost like they're trying to run him up out of there. You take your butt back on up there with them. Like, it's like they don't like how he operate or something. I don't know, man. I feel like they always own him.
Yeah. And
But
because,
like I said, when you're face of a prominent program like that, man, you just got to be on the straight and narrow. You can't afford
That's
it,
a fact.
nothing. So, I mean, although it do seem like they're taking shots from it, it also has to be some kind of accountability in that. Like, you know better. You know what I'm saying? You've been around long enough. You know better.
and Harbaugh is always known to buck the system.
Yeah, no doubt.
So that from college to the NFL, that's just Harbaugh. So he's going to speak on that.
Now, what I don't like is don't alienate him or just single him out, because everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody does. He ain't doing nothing that nobody else ain't did.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
And I agree, and that's why I feel like the NCAA, they're not consistent with how they operate, because like I said, we've been seeing a lot worse than what they're accusing her. Like, you get 4 games for lying,
right?
And you really, and the thing is this though, it's not that he wasn't proven to be a liar. They just felt that he lied. And what Harbaugh is doing, he's like, I'm not even gonna go and push this any further. I'm just gonna work out a suspension deal, because battling back and forth with you guys, they're gonna try to find something else. If they ain't gonna get him on this, they're gonna get him. So they got their nails in him for something. If we're not gonna get you on this situation, we're gonna find something, because they don't like to be made fools of. So we might as well go ahead, take this little quick punishment. It's not gonna hurt the season this season, as opposed to next season if they would have did it next season. So I think that was smart on Harbaugh's part to go ahead and take the punishment. I know the naysayers is going to be like, look at this criminal. They call him a criminal now. But I see it for what it was. It was a smart move on Harbaugh's part.
And you look at this, like, if it was, I guarantee, if it was Nick Saban or Kirby Smart would have did something like that, I guarantee they wouldn't got suspended.
Not at all, because those guys don't buck against the system. They go with the system. So
right.
And there's a certain SEC bias that goes on too as well. But that's a different time. But all in all, outside of that, like I said, we're looking forward to the college season. It is fastly approaching us. College season, the NFL, man, we're gonna have a lot to talk about, man. We've been itching. Listen, we've been looking for content like this for a while. We know this is the dead period, but it's vastly approaching us. Man, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. College, I'm actually more of a bigger college football fan than I am an NFL fan.
Yeah.
It just brings a little bit more excitement to me than the NFL, but I look forward to both of them. So,
man.
DC, man, you gonna be here week after week getting torched, man. Are you ready?
I'm not worried about that, man. Y'all gonna get torched on October 21st, man.
Listen, I'm already prepared. I think we're gonna go ahead and make that trip up to East Lansing, man.
Come on to East Lansing, baby. Come on to the woodshed, baby.
Dynasty Sports Network will be in East Lansing, man. So we're gonna go ahead and make that official, man. So I'm gonna talk. I know my guy Big A. He's not gonna be able to make it because he's on, but he's gonna be there in spirit. He's gonna be on my side. I'm gonna have him FaceTime when we go.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna say this. If Michigan does beat, if they beat Michigan State again,
when they do,
they beat them again, I would come on the show, wear a Michigan jersey, and I'm gonna come up to Culture store and wear a Michigan jersey. And
you sound like somebody who really.
I will.
Hey, I'm a Michigan fan.
No.
Put it on himself.
Listen, I'm being honest. I'm being real though.
Okay.
Hey, I'm being real, but I wouldn't see y'all with that Michigan State jersey or a shirt when Michigan State win.
Listen, why we're gonna have to put him on that wall of shame up there, man.
It's only right.
It's only right.
Hey,
we gonna have. And listen, he will be the first picture on that wall of shame that we just created. Just now, we just created that wall of shame, and you're gonna be the first participant, and many more to come because
okay, all right,
guys on blast.
Okay.
He earned it at this point.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Listen, I wanted to jump into this real quick. It's not a lot of NBA talk, but I wanted to share this. I know it was recently released about the postseason rankings, and Pistons was ranked 30th, which is dead last in the postseason rankings. I know, Coach, me and you discussed it a little bit yesterday in regards to that ranking. What's your take on that?
Oh, good question. And we did touch on this a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, man. I thought it was accurate as far as our position. I feel like we couldn't have been no higher than any of the other teams. And I know Bro was saying like it's a lot of parity, like who's really trash. I can identify a couple trash teams that may be disguising themselves as having a promise and a future this season, but it's some trash teams out there. But overall, we haven't proven anything, so we can't be ranked any higher than last. We are technically the worst team in the league. It is what it is, but that's also the eye test. But to our credit, the world haven't really seen us together for real yet, which justifies the rankings. So I don't have no problems with the rankings, to be honest. Now it is some teams in the middle up there I feel like could have been a little higher, a little bit lower. But as far as the Pistons, man, I feel like we right where we should be. We got to earn our way up the ladder.
I hear you, DC. What would you feel? I know you was kind of disappointed when you seen that first.
I mean, I was disappointed, but I was not surprised. The Pistons was ranked the 30th. Just like what Coach is saying, it's like we was the worst team in the league last season, record-wise. We dealt with a lot of injuries, and we was a young team that was end up fortunately tanking, and it was just, I mean, I understand. I didn't like it, but I understand why they was ranked 30th. But like I said, it's, it is some trash teams on there, man. I think the Pistons are better than the Hornets. They better than the Blazers. They're better than a couple of other teams, man. But like you said, with Mark Stein, when he was on ESPN NBA Today a few days ago, he said, "Look out for this Pistons team. They're young. You got Monty Williams. We got Monty Williams as head coach. They're gonna get, they're gonna get better. They're gonna get better. They're gonna start watching the Pistons a little more, and they're gonna start watching this season, man. They're gonna see how Cade and Ivy and Duran, those guys, man, they're gonna be fun to watch this year.
Yeah, and we will be in the building watching them too. Ain't that right, Juan?
Yes, sir.
Wise man, you got to come down with me, man. You got to catch a couple of games, man, so you can get your feel back with the Pistons, man. I know you've been kind of, out of pocket with them recently, but I know you say you've been wanting to pay more attention. So I don't know if you was aware of this rankings, them being dead last.
I was.
So what do you feel about that?
Like Juan was saying, it's warranted, man. We ain't did shit. Like, you gotta do something in order to get something. We had the worst record in the league last year, I believe, and Like, you can't expect to be higher than nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, and it's okay. It's okay to have the underdog mentality, and it's okay to be the underdog. My thing is, a term that we say in football, hey man, grab your nuts, pause, and play ball. You know what I'm saying? So, they gotta step up, they gotta show that they're, prove the naysayers wrong, and have an underdog mentality and go out there and play basketball, man. You get paid millions and millions of dollars to go out there and play a game that you love, man. Millions. That's that Ali. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get paid millions and millions of dollars, man. Like, go out there and play ball. I feel like we got the right coaching, we got Monty Williams, man, that he gonna get these young guys in shape, man. And I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. And for sure, Willie, we for sure down there, bro. Like,
yes, sir.
It's happening.
Yes,
It's
yes,
happening.
we are. Listen, I think what it is, and I see this around, our, social media with our teams, and this is one of them. I think people got to realize, like you guys said, this is warranted. Like, in order for that to change, you got to play. And
you got to do something.
You got to do something.
That's just like that's like Michigan State saying, "Why we ain't ranked." You got to do something.
Nice dig there, man.
Why you have to do that, man?
I like that.
Why you have to
listen?
I couldn't help myself, bro.
I need to cook for a second, fellas, because we're seeing that ranking and hearing what's been going on in social media. I gotta get on our fan base. I gotta do it, and this is why. This is why, because a lot of our fan base feels as if everybody feel like we feel here in the city, in the state of Michigan, about our teams. And as soon as someone talks about our team, say that we're not as good, the first thing our fans want to do is we're being disrespected. And to the fan base, Pistons fan base, Lions fan base, I implore you guys, just let it go and calm the F down.
Right.
Every time somebody says something, like I'm going into, when what's his name? He was on this podcast.
Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes on the podcast when he said we wasn't here, and the fan base just went crazy and was inboxing him and sending him message and making threats to him and everything. He wasn't wrong. And y'all gotta realize that until we start winning, then we can go ahead and talk in regards to any disrespect talk. But as of right now, relax. Get out your feelings. Get out y'all feelings.
And same thing with Gilbert Arenas and his podcast.
And people just went crazy. Now, Gilbert, he was a little extra. Now, I understand why they was after him, because you went a little bit overboard. But anytime somebody say, listen, our teams are trash, yes, our team, we haven't won anything in over a decade across the board. Tigers, Lions, Red Wings, you name it, as a state, as far as like professional teams, we haven't done nothing.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to change that is winning. Right now, we got the Lions in a position where everybody is noticing, listen, y'all are creating a winning culture. We got expectations now. And even now that we got expectations for the Lions, you got people saying, hey, listen, y'all need to be humble. Y'all ain't won nothing yet. And that's our fans. After they've been saying for years, man, they don't give us no respect. They always disrespecting us. It's always Detroit versus everybody. It's Detroit versus everybody all the time. They always disrespecting us. But as soon as they give us our praises for doing it the right way, oh man, we got to chill out. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Fan base. Listen, don't run up on me, man. I'm just speaking my piece. But come on, man. We from the city, man. We got thicker skin than that.
No doubt.
Yeah.
We got
like you can't say nothing about us, and then
listen, y'all they act like y'all haven't. Our fan base act like they've never been in a roasting session ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They get in their feelings real quick when somebody crack a joke on us, and it's warranted. You know what's going to stop the jokes? You know what's going to stop the disrespect?
Winning.
Winning.
When you win, they can't say nothing.
Nope.
Thank you. So please, I deplore you all. Relax. Let the jokes fly. Because when we start winning and when we do winning, please believe we're gonna have jokes coming right back too. Because I got some lined up for a lot of folks myself, but I gotta wait and take my punishment like a man because our teams ain't been, the best in a while. But when they do become that, I'm gonna be one where I'm gonna be clowning these other teams, and I don't want nobody coming back to me when you guys were sucky. Y'all was all crying about this and that. So chill out because our time will come.
Yeah,
it will come back around, and I can't wait.
And I want to say this too. I'm glad you spoke that up. Now, some of the Lions fans, all the stuff they was talking about, the Lions could be the Super Bowl favorites and the NFC favorites on that. Now, I will say this: like some of the, let's pump the brakes on that for a second, because the simple fact is we haven't got there yet. We got to get through this preseason, the regular season first. We got to at least try to make the playoffs before we take that next level. Because I'm hearing some of these fans talking like, "Oh yeah, I believe we're gonna make the Super Bowl." First of all, you got to win the NFC. You got to make the playoffs first. You got to go through your bumps and roads before you sit up here and take that next step. That's same with the Pistons. Same with the Wings. With the Tigers, even though the Tigers somewhat in the mix of trying to get in the playoffs because their divisions is sorry, but you have to take it steps at a time. And you, Big Willie, you absolutely right. The fans has to calm down, when, these other celebrities, they talking about these sports teams, because we had, like you said, we haven't done anything. We haven't won anything. Until we got to earn to get that respect, we got to have a winning culture. We had to have consistent winning. Yeah. And that's exactly what it is. I understand, it gets frustrating because we so used to getting disrespected, from other things. And we want our city to be, as well known, like how New York is always at, LA, Chicago, and the Boston. We want that as well. We want that respect, but at the same time, we have to win. We have to win games. We have to bring more fan base. They're going to spend their money and more money on tickets and, all that stuff going on. So
just win, baby. Just win.
Just win, baby.
That's it.
Yeah.
Winning covers all problems, man.
It does. Yeah. And I just had to get that out there, man, because I'm just tired of the crying and whining from our fans, man. Seriously, just
relax.
Let it roll off, man. We got thicker skin, man.
But it's two-sided though, man, because in Detroit sports culture, it's almost like a fun thing or a thing to do to rag on our own teams. Like, how many times we've been watching the Lions game and somebody walking through the room like, "Oh, they're gonna lose anyway." Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we starting from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? The Lions are a little further than the Pistons are, but you can see the blueprint is there. You can see the pedigree is being instilled. You know what I'm saying? The character, they grabbing character. It's funny too because character guys, you didn't hear it as much as we hear it now. But I think it was Dan Campbell explained it on the Lions Den. I think that second episode that just came out, and he was basically just saying like, if a guy has the physical tools, that's cool, but it's most importantly that he has that character. He's a character guy, which means he's teachable, which means he's moldable, which means he's not gonna be in the strip club at 3:00 in the morning with the homies, with the strap, with the weed, with the pills, with the bull. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got good character guys, and it's funny because everywhere you look up, I'm around St. Brown doing an interview, and they want to talk about how he's trilingual and he's the most interesting man in sports now. See what I'm saying? But that goes back to what we originally said. Winning covers up everything. When you winning, people will actually see the vision. You could talk about it all you want to until you put some tape together, until you go out here and smack a couple of these teams and earn the respect from their fan base. When you walk in them arenas and them stadiums, and you come out with that dub, that's when everybody start respecting you. And that's why we see the Lions a little further because of the second half of that season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the Pistons got a lot of work to do, though.
Yeah, they do. And then, like I say, You start winning, it cures all that. But like you say, our fans, we really gotta chill, G. Like,
Chill.
we gotta have thicker skin than that, bro. Like, I hate talking to some people because they just ring on the team. So I'm like, bro, like it take time. Like it don't happen overnight. Rome wasn't built overnight, G. You know what I'm saying? Like it take time, and y'all just relax. We gonna be what we need to be at.
Yeah, be smart about it, man. And like we said, let's roll with it, man. Listen, we had another great show today, fellas, man.
Yes, sir.
This is a great show, man. Glad you guys participated. My guy, Culture, came in.
Shout out.
Yeah, Coach.
I'm gonna come see you soon, man. I got some stuff I'm gonna drop off and buy. So
yes,
come
sir.
support.
I'm gonna take care of you, my boy. You already know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna go ahead and get some final thoughts on today, man, before we go ahead and end the show. So I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead with my guy, Culture Wine. Some final thoughts, man. What you got for us?
Final thoughts. What time is it, big bro? Because I gotta be up early tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you forgot. Yeah,
no,
look
I
at
didn't. I got you ready. Because you know I was gonna call you in the morning too. I had to call Wise. He didn't answer the phone today. So both of y'all, please be on alert early in the morning. Because
I told you my alarm's set, G. I'm good.
Because we will be in the building tomorrow at Lions Training Camp.
Yes,
I
sir.
had to tell my girl, like, under any circumstance, do not let me sleep in. Wake me up. If I ain't up moving around, you down there need to be up 20, 30 minutes before I need to be up. Just to
at
make
6:15 a.m.
Yes, sir.
It's up.
Oh man, I'm coming from Troy, but I'm pulling up though, man. Final thoughts. I'm excited to see my guys up close tomorrow morning, man. Pause. But I'm excited to see what work has been put in. I really want to see the cohesiveness. I want to see our run game, because I think a lot of people, we just kind of jump over the fact that we just swapped out our whole backfield and we better. Okay, I want to wait because I don't know. Molly Mall was quite productive last season.
It's not hard to be productive from the 1 yard line, G.
This is true. But if that was the case, everybody did it. Somebody else would have broke Barry's record before. You feel me? If it was.
But
that
think
easy.
about it. Every time they got down there, whoever got him down there, they removed him, and that's what he always used to say: "Finish your breakfast, because I'm gonna finish it for you if you don't." So when you get down to that 1 yard line, or however you got down there, they automatically pulling you, and they putting him in. I feel like, for one, I got my whole other thoughts about how that goes.
It's
man.
cool,
Like,
and I get it. It's just he put it on paper. It's in the record books now. So
here we go.
They gotta either match that production, or they gotta supersede that production. I just don't like how a lot of people just gloss over it. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see what that backfield looking like. I want to see what that tight end group looking like too, because I think we gonna see a lot out of them this season. Other than that, man, I'm just glad to be on here with the fellas, man. I appreciate y'all boys.
Appreciate it.
for sure.
DC.
Oh man, final thoughts, man. Culture, man. I want to give a shout out to you, man, for the things that you've been doing, man, with Culture Sports Club, man, with these young kids, man. Man, I want to give it definitely a shout out to you and out there, man. Y'all continue y'all success, what y'all doing, man. I definitely will be stopping by, soon to show my love and support with y'all guys, man. Just helping, mentoring these young kids, man. Keep them off the streets, man, because that's we tired of seeing young kids, losing their life or end up in the hospital or in lockup. Want them to the young kids, to look up to us, look up to other people that's that's going to bring them positivity and help them to be successful in life, saying growing up, so the younger generation gonna be looking up to them, man. So I definitely want to give a shout out to you guys, man, for success y'all doing, man. Keep up the good work, man, with that Culture Sports Club, man. But yeah, man, final thoughts, man. It was a great show today, man. Being down there at the Lions Training Camp, man, with Big Willie and Keen and guys at D313XP or Nomis and Breed, and we had Owen 16 was down with us today, man, as well, man. So it was a great, wonderful experience for myself. First time being down there. I had a great time with just to see what's going on with our team. Hey man, it was a great, wonderful experience. Far as the fight, I didn't watch the fight, watching highlights. There was a great fight, so shout out to Crawford, man. He deserved a lot more respect, man. So but yeah, man, just can't wait for this football season, college football, NFL, especially, Michigan State, so yeah, man. Come on, man. Come on, stop it. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm just excited, man. Definitely looking forward to it, man. And also, too, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe to D313XP. Follow us on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be on tomorrow for a rapport, myself, Nomans, and Breed, and we will be on Thursday for our XP show as well, man. So definitely, it's gonna be an exciting show coming up the next tomorrow and Thursday.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. All right, Wise man, give us your wise take. Final thought.
Look both ways before crossing the street. No. No. Again, man, I'm happy to be here. I always say it, man. I love my guys. Like, we always have a great time doing the show. It's always good to talk Detroit sports. Juan, keep doing your thing, bro. I do some community work as well, so it was good to see. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your thing. Like, that was huge for me. And I ain't gonna keep it long and drawn out, but like, I'm looking forward to Lions training camp tomorrow. Like I said, if y'all out and y'all see us at training camp tomorrow, pull up on us. Let's network. Let's take some pictures. Let's talk. Let's do all that jazz. And Detroit versus everybody, man.
Yeah.
As always. Yeah. So, final thoughts. I want to say first off, happy birthday to my guy, Big A.
Big A.
Big A.
My boy.
He will be back in the fold real soon. Got some things he got cleared up, so we're looking forward to him coming back as well. So happy birthday to my bro, Big A. Also, happy anniversary,
King.
my brother King. His wife celebrated 13 years together. Married 18 years overall. That's a long time, man.
Long time.
Blessed union. Very, very blessed union, man. I'm proud of them for sticking it out, man, because that's very, very hard to come by nowadays. You don't see that, people being, together 10 to 20 years. So I'm very, appreciative for them being able to have that family structure, man. So shout out to our brother King and Mrs. King, if you want to say that.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said,
wait, hold on. I'm sorry, brother, but I can't get out here without thanking my partners, our resources, our councilwomen, our District 2 liaison, our staff, our team, the fam, everybody that support us. Cause it be feeling weird, bro. Everybody be like, I commended you, what you doing over there, Juan? I'll be like, that's cool, but it ain't just me. It's a whole staff of us, man. It's a lot of people that pitch in to make this happen. Like, when I say free, I mean it's free because we have professionals who are donating their time and their knowledge and their toolage and their resources to make a lot of this stuff happen. So I can't just get out of here without saying that, bro. But I appreciate you. My bad, Willie. Go ahead, bro.
No, you good. Because, actually, on that note, we could end it on that note because that's a great note to end it out on. Just let the people know that, like you said, when I say we work behind the scene, I mean we as in everyone that you discuss, plus us. We as a family, as a community, as an overall organization, conglomerate, just everyone putting their effort forth to make this thing work definitely is appreciated. And like I said, we're going to make sure that we give an intel and look into what it is that we're trying to do, man. Because like I said, we want this to be huge, man. Years down the road, they're going to be featuring us on some of these broadcast channels as the work that we did, man. That's what our goal is that to make this thing huge. And I look forward to it. I look forward to it. And I know you fellas, now that you are invested into it as well, y'all look forward to it also. So with that being said, listen, enjoy yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Dynasty Sports Network is out. Make sure you like and subscribe as well.